it's a fighter out here that's been calling your name that want to fight you. Gervonta Tank Davis, let's make the fight happen, man. I'm tired of tweeting. I'm tired of talking about it. Stop ducking me and let's make the fight happen, man. Come on.
Shakur Stevenson just took his message to the biggest platform in the world, Netflix, and made it clear he wants Gervonta Davis next. The matchup fans have been demanding is now officially in play. There's no more stalling, no more side talk, and no more delays. The challenge has been made and the ball is in motion.
If that fight can't happen, I think somebody got to be scared.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
I mean, you've stated on the record you want it.
Yes, for sure. And he goes out there and he disses me all the time and speak bad about my name. So it's like, if you feel the way that you feel about me, oh, I'm not this and I didn't do nothing for the sport of boxing as you like stated, then fight me.
Right.
Why you can't go fight
and make some money?
I think he's a tremendous fighter. I think his boxing ability is insane. I think his boxing IQ, feet work, power, the way he sets up shots. I love his boxing style.
The fight now rests in the hands of Gervonta Davis, and Shakur Stevenson made sure the whole world understands that. With his sights set on a 2026 showdown, Stevenson left no room for doubt about wanting the matchup fans have been asking for, sending a direct and powerful message. The decision is his to make. Shakur has made it clear he's prepared, committed, and simply waiting for the green light.
Lastly, even Canelo is here tonight, but we don't see Tank. Do you ever expect to see him in this mix? And do you wish that was a fight that was available to you?
You said who?
Tank.
Who that?
Oh boy, here you go. Here you go. I mean, listen, of all the people in the room tonight, I feel like that was one of the main guys missing.
Okay.
Do you have no desire to fight Tank anymore? Is that just like?
Nah, I would love to fight Tank. I would love to fight Gervonta Davis. I think that's the biggest and best fight to make in the sport of boxing, but it's all up to who.
Meanwhile, elite champion Terence Crawford openly admitted he has real issues with Gervonta Davis, and he says it goes beyond boxing. In a straightforward and honest conversation, Crawford made it clear this isn't just about rivalry or competition. He genuinely dislikes Davis on a personal level.
Tank would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
You know? Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield.
And now, former American world champion Timothy Bradley believes Gervonta Davis needs to step up, take real risks, and dedicate himself completely to boxing this year, saying the only thing slowing him down is his own mindset. Bradley insists Davis has incredible ability, but raw talent by itself isn't enough to lock in a lasting legacy at the top of the sport.
So, what I'm telling y'all is, man, that I wish Tank believed in his damn self. What kind of legacy you want to leave, Tank? Come on, man. We don't want you in the tabloids for what you into right now. Hell no. We don't want that. You don't want your legacy to be that, man, attached to that. Shoot, you got a talent, man. God has given you a talent. You can make money. You can be a legitimate player, man. Legitimate player. Remember forever, bro. Don't you want that? That's not important to you? You want your kids to go to school as they get older? They see your dad's name right there. Oh, he was a boxer, but guess what? He never faced the top of the tippity top of the boxing world.
Timothy Bradley made it clear that Gervonta Davis has to show he truly belongs with the elite by raising his level and taking control of the sport. Bradley said he hopes Davis fully believes in himself, because his ceiling is incredibly high. The message was direct and strong. No more cruising, no more outside noise, just total dedication to becoming the fighter everyone knows he's capable of being.
Oh, he did some good things. Oh, he has. But everybody, the narrative is you ain't faced the top guys yet, Tank. Take that chance, man. Take that risk, because right now you losing, player. You losing. Just like that kid the other day, he would have lost out. He leveled the hell up. He took that chance. And guess what? He realized, damn, I belong. I belong, man. That's what you need to realize, Tank. You belong, dog. For real. Because if you all the way focused, dialed in, bro, you come back, you dedicate a year and a half to this game, you will turn this game upside down. Upside down. To all the way focused, Tank can't be with. Can't, I'm telling y'all. All the way focused, Tank can't be with.
Moreover, British promoter Eddie Hearn believes Gervonta Davis's knockout power may be the only thing that could keep him from being outboxed by Shakur Stevenson. Hearn pointed to Davis dropping rounds against lower-level opponents as evidence that a sharp, technical fighter like Stevenson could control the pace and pile up points throughout the night. In his view, unless Davis lands a fight-changing shot, he could be far behind on the scorecards before the title rounds even start.
The thing is with Tank, who I think is a brilliant fighter, right? So exciting, very heavy-handed. He loses a lot of rounds, right? He lost rounds against Frank Martin. He lost rounds against Ryan Garcia. He lost rounds against Pitbull Cruz. And these are all guys that aren't on the same level as Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson. So he has to put a dent in these people, otherwise he'll get beat. But he does put a dent in them because he punches really hard. And Tank's not just a puncher, he's got a good boxing IQ as well. I just don't think he's technically, or the IQ is as good as Lomachenko or as good as Shakur Stevenson. But can he put a dent in them? Because I promise you this, if he don't stop these people, he will be behind at nearly every junction of those fights, Lomachenko included. I think he stops Lomachenko. But he'll be behind.
On the other hand, respected boxing analyst Teddy Atlas says there's only one man in the world who can truly figure out Shakur Stevenson, and that's Gervonta Davis. Atlas explained that most opponents can't even get close to Stevenson because of his sharp vision, quick footwork, and smart distance control. But he believes Tank's rare mix of timing, accuracy, and knockout power could be the key to finally breaking through.
Because Shakur Stevenson is that difficult. Because of his style, because of his abilities, because of his eyes, because of his, his legs, and his hand speed, the way that he controls range. Tank Davis is the only guy that I can see that could possibly decipher that style and beat Shakur Stevenson.
The hype around Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson has gone mainstream, with the Breakfast Club making it clear this isn't just another fight, it's the matchup boxing truly needs. It's a real 50-50 contest, the kind where choosing a winner feels impossible because each fighter brings something entirely different to the ring, from style to strategy, making this showdown unpredictable, exciting, and unmissable for fans everywhere.
Do we think Tank is ducking Shakur Stevenson?
Me personally, no. I don't think Tank is necessarily scared to fight anybody. He's a true fighter. But Tank has become this person that, I guess is influenced from Floyd, where he doesn't have to do anything he doesn't want to do. He doesn't care about, pleasing a fan, so to speak. It's about money, his legacy, and I respect that, because when it's all said and done, the fans, they're not going to take care of you, right? So he's worrying about securing the biggest back.
Davis brings knockout power that can end a fight in an instant, while Stevenson relies on slick defense, dodging attacks, and punishing opponents without getting hit. The Breakfast Club explained why this matchup is so captivating. It's not just about belts or legacy. It's two undefeated, generational talents finally facing off to see who truly dominates the lightweight division.
Right now, because Turki Al-Sheikh is involved in Shakur Stevenson's career, that big bag of money will be offered to Tank to fight Shakur. So I think after, this year, there won't be any more excuses on why he's not fighting Shakur, because the money will be outrageous.
Beautiful, because the word duck is a loaded word. It implies fear. When we use it in the boxing world, like, yo, you scared. So definitely Tank ain't scared of nobody. He puts people to sleep.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But there has to be a reason why. We do know that he's in charge of his career. So if he's not fighting, it's not nobody else's reason.
And that's one of the best matchups in all.
Meanwhile, American boxer David Benves joined the growing chorus of fighters calling for Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson to finally face off in the ring. When asked which fight he most wanted to see, Benves didn't hesitate, naming a Davis versus Stevenson matchup as the most exciting and eagerly awaited fight in boxing right now.
Off of that victory this weekend, I would love to see Shakur and Gervonta. I think Gervonta and anybody in any of the top guys at that weight class is a great fight. Gervonta, Shakur, Gervonta, Teo, Gervonta, Keyshawn. I mean, that 135 to 140 pound weight class is hot right now. You know what I mean? But that would be a great fight. I think probably that would be one of the fights that be the most anticipated. You know, if they can make happen, Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson. By no means it would be.
Benz emphasized that if Davis and Stevenson finally meet in the ring, the boxing world would come to a standstill. It would be Davis's raw power against Stevenson's defensive brilliance, the knockout artist versus the untouchable technician, two distinct styles, two generational talents, and only one can come out on top. For Benz, this isn't just another fight. It's the kind of showdown that defines an era.
Just seeing that Shakur Stevens was able to shut a great fighter like Teofimo down and made him look silly. So that would be a great fight, you know, and a big shout out to Shakur Stevens becoming a 4-time division champion. You know, he's on legendary status. He's on his way to be a Hall of Famer too, and he's still very...
Former pound-for-pound great Roy Jones Jr. also weighed in, unintentionally giving Gervonta Davis a roadmap to beat Shakur Stevenson. While praising Stevenson's skills, Jones pointed out a flaw that plays right into Davis's style. His footwork can carry him too far back, out of counterpunching range, slowing the action and leaving openings. Against most fighters, it's just a minor quirk, but for Davis, it could be the key to cracking Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is a very good fighter, but you got to learn, and I will hope he will pay attention to this because this is going to mean a lot for him. His feet are good, but sometimes they take him too far out of range to be able to come back and counter. The last guy he fought, the guy was a good puncher, so when he was jumping back, he was jumping too far back out of range to where he couldn't come back and get something right away. You understand me? And for the fans, it starts to look bored.
Roy Jones Jr. went further, arguing that Gervonta Davis isn't just the hardest hitter in boxing, he's the most complete fighter. While many focus on his knockout power, Jones highlights Davis's full skill set: smooth lateral movement, savvy southpaw adjustments, the ability to box and punch, switch angles instantly, all while staying true to his style. In a sport full of one-dimensional fighters, Jones puts Davis at the top, which is why the matchup with Shakur Stevenson is so intriguing and unpredictable.
Tank Davis. One of the best ones out there is what they don't know, gets less respect for it, but one of the best ones out there. Now his mouth a little different, you know what I'm saying? He's a different kind of character when it comes to the mouth. Yeah. Because that's where he's from. But he's really one of the pound the best ones of the coup. And I'm gonna tell you why he's the best one of the coup to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that.
Here's the twist. Despite his personal dislike, Terence Crawford still gives Gervonta Davis credit where it matters, recognizing that Tank is a talented fighter. Crawford separates the athlete from the man, which adds complexity to their ongoing feud. He respects Davis's skills but wants nothing to do with him personally, and that personal tension is exactly what keeps this rivalry simmering and far from over.
He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that, but in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter, though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But, like, his core personality and his ways.
Terence Crawford made it clear that Shakur Stevenson is the real deal, a 3-weight world champion, a defensive master, and a world-class fighter in every sense. Crawford says Tank Davis can talk all he wants, but it doesn't change anything. Stevenson's resume already speaks for itself, leaving no room for debate.
He's born, he's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is what, 3-weight world champion.
Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis is igniting the internet after a resurfaced clip shows him unloading on Terence Crawford, calling the undisputed welterweight champion a hater. The tension is real, and social media can't get enough, with fans devouring every moment of the heated exchange.
But Terence, do you feel like after boxing that all the stuff that you guys can all be like friends and kind of you see it with the Haglers and the Burns?
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. How you don't know me as a person to say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a him. Everybody a queen with, well.
Question for you. You're a proud father.
Right. Now everybody wants to face each other. So is that where we're at right now with Canelo Crawford?
No. Crawford needs the money.
Crawford needs the money?
What if you could combine Shakur Stevenson's flawless defense with Gervonta Davis's knockout power? Sean Porter says that fighter already exists, a rising talent who moves perfectly on defense while packing the same fight-ending punch as Tank.
If you want a fighter that's as defensively responsible as Shakur Stevenson, makes the right move every time defensively, that man right there. And if you want a man that's as powerful as a Tank Davis, as explosive, and can end the fight at any point and any time, you have a mix of Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis, two of the best fighters in the world, and one man right there. That's how good that.
Renowned boxer Keshin Davis weighed in on Shakur Stevenson, pointing out the truth about the debate versus Gervonta Davis. It's never a one-sided Tank smokes him argument. Fans split, discussions run deep, and it's a genuine 50-50 conversation. That, according to Keshin, is the ultimate respect and why Stevenson is seen as the next big thing. In a sport built on knockouts, sometimes the loudest statement is a fight no one can easily decide.
Why do you think people say that Shakur Stevenson then is the next big thing in the sport?
For one, I really think the fans don't really see nobody beating Shakur. When people bring up him and Tank, when I see and I go read like little stuff about it, they really be debating. It don't be like, oh, Tank is gonna destroy this guy and everybody is saying it. No, that be like real debates. Like, no, this Shakur, this, that. And then not only that, now you see Shakur moving up in weight, he's filling out, he's dropping this dude. He went crazy that last fight. That last fight was like kind of crazy. You go back and watch, that was crazy, so.
Meanwhile, professional boxer Virgil Ortiz delivered a reality check for Shakur Stevenson's critics. When asked about a potential mega fight with Gervonta Davis, Ortiz didn't hesitate, calling it a true 50-50 battle, a high-stakes showdown that fans should be clamoring to see.
Shakur is the fight that needs to happen for 135.
That's probably the biggest fight you can make, 135 too.
Yeah. Who would you have winning that one?
It's a hard one, man. Shakur, he's very technical. He's very defensive. And you know what? People shit on his defense, man, but why are you going to stand there and get hit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in reality, no one likes to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you can take it or not. The point of boxing is to hit, not get hit,
Yeah.
Gervonta, he's obviously, he's Gervonta. I don't really have to explain why I think he's good. It's just both styles. I would like to see who's the winner.
Ortiz also addressed the criticism. Shakur wins because his style works, and nobody, Tank, Ortiz, or any fighter, likes getting hit. Stevenson's defense isn't boring. It's the skill of making elite opponents look ordinary while staying untouched. While casual fans complain, Ortiz sees the truth. A Shakur versus Davis clash is boxing at its finest, a genuine 50-50 matchup where two generational talents finally determine who truly runs the division.
Being a boxing fan, we want to see who's better.
Same. I mean, again, like you said, Tank's power matched with Shakur's defense. It's that classic clash. And we won't know who the real winner is until it actually happens. And I hope we don't have to wait too long for that. But yeah, there's a lot of big fights out there. And I think I wanted to go back to you real quick. And I know you're from Dallas.
Boxing insider Fannin added another bold prediction, hyping a potential Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis showdown as a clash between two of the sport's brightest young stars in boxing's hottest lightweight division. It would pit Stevenson's slick technical mastery against Davis's devastating power, with both legacy and lightweight supremacy on the line.
This fight could be between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson. Is obviously two of the best young fighters in the hottest zone of boxing that there is in the sport.
Fannin points out that Shakur Stevenson is ready to do something rare in boxing, cross promotional lines to give fans the fight they want. Unlike the usual politics that stall matchups, Stevenson is willing to face Davis, putting the challenge squarely in Tank's court. The message is clear. If Davis truly thinks he's the king of the lightweight division, the man ready to prove it is standing right across from him.
If you paid attention to Shakur has shown more than an openness and a willingness to come over and fight, or to at least fight guys that are with the PBC, in guys like Lamont Roach, Pitbull Cruz, Gary Antoine Russell. So he's very open-minded about doing that, right? And saying, no, I would definitely fight these guys.
The boxing world is buzzing over a potential mega fight between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson, and one question remains. Will 2026 finally bring these two generational talents face to face in the ring? Davis carries explosive knockout power, while Stevenson counters with defensive mastery that can make even elite fighters look ordinary. It's a true 50-50 clash of styles, the kind of fight that defines careers and settles legacies. Experts like David Benz, Virgil Ortiz, and Sean Porter all agree this matchup has to happen. The real question isn't whether fans want it, it's whether boxing's business side will let it happen. Will Tank step up? Will Stevenson's patience pay off? And when they finally touch gloves, who will walk out with their hand raised?